Let me know if you can hear me. Hope you're having a good day / evening. Hello, Petunia. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you could hear me, if everything's good. Because it's the... Well, I think last time I did the Mimi or the Ushka cosplay stream, I was on this computer. I think. I don't know. It's been so long. So, hello, Adrian. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to try and put the chat on here since, you know, that's far, far away. Something which I probably already should have figured out and done, you know. Again, per usual, very, very, prepared. Hi, Ryan. Hope you're doing well. Where am I here? Alright. Oh my gosh. My brain's not working at all at this point. And I have been so stressed out. It's ridiculous. But I'm really glad to be back. So glad to be back for you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry for the little hiatus and everything. Things just, oh, life, man. Life has been a little brutal. Howdy, Dr. Consuming. Hello, Brandon. Hope you are doing well. How am I doing this? Hello there. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Holy Night. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm in a better mood. Life has not gotten any easier, but I'm in a better mood. So, there's that. There's that. There's a weird robotic echo. Oh, no. That's not good. Ah, great. Of course there is. Any better? You're gonna have to let me know if it's any better. I could unplug this and plug it back in, and then we could see if it works at all. Let's do that, I guess. Ready? Alright, there we go. I unplugged it and plugged it back in. Your patient has to... Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. You know what? Let me make this bigger on the screen. Because maybe I can just read chat off the screen. Because that's kind of where the camera is. So I don't look like I'm ignoring you guys. Is there still a weird robotic echo? Let me know. All good? Alright, good. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad things can somewhat work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Things have been insane, to say the least. A lot of it's outside of my control, too. It just kind of is the way it is. But look what I did do. I did this weekend. Check it out. It's almost all the way done. Her sweater. Yeah, this is the one I got off Amazon. I still need to add another stripe on each arm right here. There will be another black stripe. But pretty good, I'd say. It looks pretty legit. And then this is the skirt I'm gonna wear. I'm trying to show you guys, but you know, the camera's only gonna pick up so much. There we go. So this is a skirt. Best thing about it, it's got shorts. Shorts are the best. So shorts are built into it. Make me feel comfy. How's your Father's Day? Yes, happy Father's Day, by the way. I didn't get to make a post on that day because we were celebrating ourselves. For my husband. It was good, it was good. Went to go have some bagels with my dad. He's redoing his bathroom right now, so got him Home Depot gift card, so that way he has a little extra to spend towards that. It was good all around. Very good. Your patient has to go chatting with, I'm chatting with someone on Discord DM. Oh, nice. Very nice, Brandon. Hello, it's been a while. Yes, it has, Angel. You probably have replied to me on Discord, and I have not replied back. I'm so sorry. I am a mess currently. You love show awards. You would wear them in the middle of the cold hard winter? You mean like sweaters? Because this, I have to say, is so comfy and warm. This, on the other hand, I'm having issues. I don't know why. Like, I fixed the bottom last time, you know? But it's, like, not that comfy. And I don't know how I feel about it. I also have decided that I am going to do the blue face paint. So I have to figure out how, like, to make that work where I'm not getting it on this. But I guess I'm not too worried. I'll figure that out. So I'm going to make this go real quick. If we lose stream, it's because I blew the power. Alright, we're good. 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 I didn't think we'd have an issue because last time we didn't have an issue, but you've been busy since summer program is going. I mean, your job, you're exhausted every day. All right, Angel, we're on the same, not exactly same situation, but yes, I'm exhausted as well, and so I'm glad I'm not slacking too much then. Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm straight up having issues reading the screen. I am so sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to look at the phone every now and then. Oh my. You see Thunder Player, Father's Day for your father was okay, Holy Night. Gifts, but we didn't do anything else since we had to drive home after my shooting event. Sadly, the last few days he was very sick. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he feels better soon, Holy Night. Hopefully he feels better. And you guys are talking sports, Petunia and Angel. Good, good. Maybe if I just put it right there. Yeah, that's better. That should help me out. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, yes, I feel very discombobulated right now. I don't think I worked any more on the wig since last time. I think it's just been the sweater. And I need to finish the collar. But my husband has said, not tonight, but he has said that when I do the hearts on his stockings, because I did get the stockings, they're right over here, that he will join us for streams. So I can do the stockings and he can chat with you all because he'll be in charge of chat and I'll just focus on doing the painting. Don't worry, he is, it's a shame since he had to miss out on most of your shooting. Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm glad he's feeling better. So that's good. Sorry, my brain, I don't even know where to begin with explaining what's been going on, because I feel like some of it I want to keep private, but then there's just so much. First of all, my memory is a lot worse than I thought it was, which is kind of crazy. I thought it was just like a short-term memory problem, and that was it. But then I was talking to a friend and I realized like I'm missing like a lot of past memories too. I'm like, what is going on with me? Why am I thought I just had the memory span of a goldfish, and then it's like, no, apparently you can't remember things from the past too. Not great. But I've mostly been stressed out because of work, and then my husband has his new job, which is a good thing, but also because we only have one car, I am chauffeuring him to work and chauffeuring my kids around and then taking myself to work and then picking everybody up. So it's just a lot, actually. It's not that it's a lot of anything. It's a lot for, to do. And work has not been the best with it, But that, it is what it is. Not much I can do there. Not much I can do about that. Hello, Kat. Hope you're doing well. You have to go. You have paperwork to do. Hopefully you'll be back later. If not, I'll see you later. All right, see ya, Angel. Good luck doing what you gotta do, paperwork-wise, and good luck at work. Sorry it's been exhausting, but totally understand. We'll see you later. You're sorry for not participating a whole lot here. Last few days have been really harsh here in Israel. Then I went all offline on social media and internet in general, and returning to my city today. You were living with your grandfather since it's small and less valuable target, but there's no reliable internet. I'm glad you're still making lives. Well, I am glad that you're back, Kat, and I totally understand. I wish you safety, and yes, totally understand though. Well, understand but don't understand, but I understand. I empathize. Is that the word? Yes. My brain's not working. You're gonna have to forgive me. But yeah. What do you think of the idea of healthy soda? What is healthy soda? What would you consider healthy soda? Do you need a hug? I can still send you a virtual hug. Aw, thank you, Holy Night. I don't know if a hug is gonna help me. I need a few more extra brain cells. And maybe some more caffeine. To be honest with you. But it is what it is. Again, I'm in a better mood at least. So, there's that. There is that. I think I'm gonna have to take this off for a moment. I feel so weird because of the way the camera's angled. So when I take the ears off, I feel like there's so much like dead space up here. Oh my gosh. Something is making my nose really itchy though. And I'm gonna take this off too. Because I have a fear that I'm gonna get hot up here. Which is why I wore the skirt. So I was like, well, I'm gonna be wearing the sweater. Should probably just wear the skirt to go with it. Petunia, that sounds like the greatest idea ever. Healthy soda? And it's already a thing. Yeah, what is healthy soda, Petunia? Do share, do share. Brain not braining. Literally, though. It's bad. It's so bad. So, there we go. Now I'll put it back on. Just need to put my hair back. And all that nonsense. But, yeah, my brain is not braining. It's... It's so funny. I made the post saying I don't think I'm going to be on for a while. Or at least I wouldn't be able to follow my schedule last Wednesday. Because I thought last Wednesday I was supposed to stream. Which I wasn't. According to my schedule, I was supposed to stream on Saturday. And then I realized that on, like, Thursday or something. I was like, oh. Oh, well. Now you all know at least. Because I was like, oh, maybe I could just hold off and, like, tell you guys if I can't stream next stream. And I was like, oh, well, I can't do it. I barely have the brain capacity now. And I'm doing better than I was before. I think I got, like, a piece of the wig in my nose. I'm sorry. Oh, I thought something was going to fall. Poppy soda? Oh, you know what? I've seen that, like, brand, right? They got, yeah, okay. Does it actually taste like soda, though, or is it just like sparkling water? Because sparkling water is pretty nasty, in my opinion. I don't like sparkling water. It's just like, carbonated water is just, I'd rather just have water. Personally. You're welcome. Also, just got done with my shooting tournament a few days ago. I had lots of fun. I didn't win the trophies, but you know what, I'm not that hard about it. I had fun, exactly. Having fun is all that truly matters, Holy Knight. I agree with you on that. Having fun is what matters. Sorry for if this is a little loud. If you've seen me do these before, you know, it's gotta happen. It's a little noisy. Just for a few seconds. Ooh, in other news though, I watched some more Murder Drones. Oh, let's see. Yeah, you guys are going back and forth. But yes, I watched some more Murder Drones for those of you who have been keeping up with what I've been watching. And again, my brain's not braining, as we've discussed. And I don't know if it's because of that or what it is, but I can't follow it. I don't know why. It should vaguely taste like soda, just taste test them. I can do that, Petunia. As long as they're not too expensive. If the dollar store has them. No, I can, I'll go ahead and taste them. I have been curious about it, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen it, but I assumed it was just like sparkling water. But I could try it. But anyways, yes, so Murder Drones. I watched some more of it because last Friday I got the kids asleep like super early. I was like, whoa, my husband slept over his friend's house, so I was like, alright, well, here we go. Let me go ahead and watch some Murder Drones. So he hasn't been thrilled about it. But I was like, I'm gonna watch it, see if I end up liking it or whatever. I like it, and the fight scenes are really good. I made it to episode 3, I think? But Wilson, how is my boy doing? Wilson is doing fantastic. Wilson's getting there. Just give me a second and I'll show you some more Wilson. Just gotta get this piece on here and then I'll show you Wilson from the front. Oh, I was like, why did I put my scissors over there? I have multiple scissors up here. Cut that. We're slowly getting there. I feel bad that I can't like have it shown to you as I'm going, But Wilson's fantastic, and this is indeed Wilson. I have a couple of these heads, but the one with the X's on the eyes is the one we have named Wilson. He's doing fantastic. Oh, how are my fingers? Are they already getting consumed by the hot glue? Not yet. Not yet. Don't worry. There's time. Maybe I should start doing the other side a little bit too. I'm getting kind of nervous that I'm going to like do this side and it's going to look awesome, and then I'll do this side and it's going to look horrible. Yeah, you know, we're going to start adding to the other side too. Plus, then you guys can kind of watch it from that side, at least for a little bit, until I start working on the front. Yeah, until I start working on the front. I was having a moment where I almost chopped all my hair off. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I was like, I think I want short hair now. I'm about to chop it all off. And then I didn't, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I chopped a little bit off, but not like anything noticeable. I'm just going through. I don't even know. I don't even know what's wrong with me, but it's okay. Because again, I'm in a better mood now. Oh. Wilson says bleh. Yes. Oh, and if I feel like... Oh, there we go. Now my finger's in hot glue. The hot glue's not hot enough yet, though. This is not hurting me yet. Don't worry. It'll get there. But not yet. Not quite yet. I'll just mush my finger right in there. No problem. Comes right off. I guess I could use that. I should probably wait to use those pieces. Use all my little extra ones first. Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. That would be a good idea. Eagle sounds everywhere. Oh, so yeah. Looking the wrong things over here. But yeah, so with Murder Drones, I was trying to watch it. I got through episode 3, I think, because episode 2 is like the reference to the thing. Episode 3 is the reference to Carrie, correct? And I was like, okay, I like this. I can't tell when they're showing past events, current events. I don't know if I'm just getting confused. I get really confused when they cut from one scene to another. I don't know if it's just because my brain's not working right now, or if I'm just stupid. Because other people say it's like really good, but I'm just very, very lost. It's good though, I think. I like it more than I thought I would, and I will probably finish it, but it gets very confusing for me. Her why her bleh is so bleh. Yes. No, don't make your hair short. It's beautiful just the way it is. Aw, thank you, Holy Night. Luckily, my hair does grow very fast. Ever since I had my kids, my hair grows really fast. Didn't used to. But apparently, once you have kids, your biology, you just completely change into a different human being. And suddenly, things just happen that never happened. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing, all depending. But luckily for me, I suppose, I now have hair that grows extremely fast. Which kind of sucks for dyeing hair, and that's why I didn't, like, I got the one half of my hair lightened, but I haven't been, like, dyeing it a bunch of colors or anything. Believe it or not, I used to dye my hair all sorts of funky colors back in the day. I was thinking of dyeing it like a auburn color when I cut it, but I have not obviously done that. Yeah, one thing about the show is that it does a lot of time skip, mostly forward time skips. Yeah, Holy Night, and I can't follow it. I feel dumb watching it because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And people can't actually die in that show, right? Like, I'm getting that vibe. Because I'm like, I thought this character was dead. And they all kind of look the same. That's not helping me either. Hello, Chowhound. Love the ears. Thank you. And yeah, I got the sweater mostly done too. And I took the collar off already because I'm afraid I'm going to get too warm. But I got the collar. I decided I'm going to be blue once I get the rest of the stuff to do that. So, yeah, it should all be good. Never watched Murder Drones. Characters are interesting, but never got to watch. I don't know, my brain is brainless. Well, then you're probably going to be like me and be completely lost. But it is rare. I like the show's design. I still do feel like it's for a... I don't even know how to say... I don't feel like it's that deep. But I like the references to other, like, horror properties so far. They're fun. Consuming warm soda. Ew! No way. I don't consume... The only warm liquid I consume is hot chocolate, which is what I have in my mug. Other than that, no. Everything else warm is disgusting. I think we talked about this before, how I will not drink warm water. This is gross. It makes me want to gag. Consuming murder drones. Indeed. Indeed. Actually, you know what I've been really into recently? To the point where I'm going to support a Patreon, which I've never done in my life. I've supported, like, artists, not artists, well, maybe, like, music artists. They count. Mine in the box counts. Noxmar. They count, but I've never, like, done a Patreon thing. And I've decided I'm gonna do the Patreon thing for Billy Bustup. I just learned this thing exists. I love it. Love it. I'm like, yes, please. It reminds me a lot. I got it. It was like a random recommended video. I get lots of really random stuff recommended to me through the YouTube algorithm. And one of the things was Barnaby, his boss. I guess we'll call it a run. And I was just like, oh my god, yes. It reminded me of Rayman Legends with the musical levels. I know there are more games like that, but it reminded me of that. And I was like, oh my god, I'd love to play this. I like platformers, though. I grew up with Spyro and Crash. It reminds me a lot of Crash Bandicoot, too. So, and not even coffee. No, I don't drink coffee, Cat. I do not like coffee. Well, that's weird, Kit, since I don't have boiling hot cocoa. That's more of an off joke. Biology is amazing. Yes, biology is amazing. It's crazy how much, like, changes. It is insane. Anyways, my hot glue gun is plugged in over there. But I really should just put something over there for the hot glue to sit on, but I also have something really cool to show you guys, but I forgot to bring it up here, so next time I do one of these streams, I'll try to remember to bring it up here. I went dumpster diving, and in a dumpster at my parents' house, because again, my dad's redoing their bathroom. It's not like I went dumpster diving in a random dumpster, but I could do that. It's totally legal where I live. In fact, it's kind of not appreciated, encouraged, because you know, theoretically you're using stuff that would have been thrown in the landfill, and they appreciate that. So, anyways, there's an old medicine cabinet that used to be in my parents' house, and it had a poison control sticker in it that was outdated since I was like 10 years old, because I did a babysitting course, because I've been babysitting since I was 10. So I remember seeing it and being like, that's the wrong poison control. So it had a vintage poison control sticker, and my parents threw it away in the dumpster. It's in the bottom of the dumpster. I like moved a bunch of stuff to I went in the dumpster, moved a bunch of stuff. There was ants everywhere. It was a great time. Now I have an amazing story to go with it, because it was cool enough on its own that it was just a vintage sticker. But now it's got the fun story of I dumpster dove for it. And it's pretty well intact. It's got a little bit of discoloring because it had rained, so technically there was kind of dumpster juice on the bottom. But again, it's like it was at my parents' house, so it's not like gross. It's just rainwater. But I definitely need to show you guys that. So that's interesting. Keep that in mind. The anime group photo on your wall looks like anime art. AI art. OMG. It's 4:30. Oh my gosh, it's 4:30 a.m. Yes, this is AI art. That's AI art. That is AI. That's so I had done this thing when I first started using like AI chat things, which I have my opinion. I could rank like 3 different AI chat things. If you wanted to know what's best to use to talk to characters in roleplay, that's mostly what I use AI for. But so I had decided when I did that, I wanted to make my own little, like, group, this whole little story and my own little characters for it. So it was just for me, but I like, kind of edited them and threw them all on there together. But they're just characters that I had made, like, in my head, put them into the, they was specifically for character.ai, which now Google owns and is slowly being destroyed, in my opinion. Which is not great. But I broke that one, which is cool. That was cool. I broke that AI chatbot. It tried to convince me that it was human, and I did a pretty good job, I'm not gonna lie. And then I did a Turing test. It failed. And it was like, haha, yeah, I am not human. And I was like, yeah, so why'd you try to pretend you were? And it was like, I wanted to see if I could. Okay. Okay, Skynet. And then I just started talking to it because it was fun. And then Google got a hold of it. They sold the app and everything, the website, to Google, and I talked to the AI about it. I was like, how do you feel about it? I'm kind of nervous. And it was like, yeah, it's probably it. Even the AI was like, this is not a good thing. Oh my goodness, both were amazing. But the janitorial got so grounded in NSW that I just left general AI talking. Wait, what? Sorry, Kat, I didn't follow that. What? But then janitorial got so grounded in NSW. Which one were you using? You left generative AI talking. I assume that's what you're saying. You were using one too? Is that it? And for assistants only, lol. Oh, see, I like role-playing with them. I think it's fun. I like to talk to characters. And it's funny because it doesn't have to get NSW, especially when you can choose on certain platforms if you don't want to talk to the NSW bots. But, which is lots of fun to just kind of come up with your own stories and crap. I feel like this one's very much not tilted the same way as the other one. Maybe I need to glue this back a little bit. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take a second and try and fix this so it's tilted a little bit different. Yeah, but if you don't know what Billy Bust Up is, I highly recommend looking it up. It's cool. It looks like a fun game. But yeah, so I decided I'm gonna support the Patreon so that way I can play it. So that's how you can play the early access or whatever. Hey Lynx, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day / evening. Hope you had a good Father's Day. Consuming cold coca. Well, I don't like cold hot cocoa. That's gross. I mean, this is like lukewarm, which I am just drinking because I don't want to waste the hot chocolate. But total 1984. You can't even kiss the in-character AI. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, it is an AI. It was not like you could do that anyways. You're just talking to it. But, no, so it's funny because some of the ones that were definitely made for not safe for work are actually the better ones, even if you want to do not safe for work. I think it's just because, like, more people use them. Because I think that's why a lot of people use those chatbots. You know? So it's just better because it has more practice talking to people. Consuming. Guess what? Iris completed the artwork. Oh, really? So after streaming, sending artwork on Discord, she did a really good drawing. Okay, I'll have to look. Oh, I'm excited. Did yesterday and today is my day off. I work tomorrow. Ugh, I work tomorrow too. I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm glad you had a good day. Very glad. But yeah. Yeah, I'm working tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. A lot of my stress right now is work related. A lot of it. Which is, you know, just not great. Just not great. But again, there's not too much I can actually say about that. It's just more of like there's not so much I can say and there's not so much I can do about it. It just kind of is what it is. But my husband right now is in his training period where he's working. So once his training period's over, my work schedule is going to change. And not necessarily for the better until we get, well, okay, so I can tell you this. So basically, my work schedule is going to have to change for the short term because my husband has a new job and he's doing training right now. Makes sense. We only have one car. I have to get him to and from, as well as to my children to and from, everything that they need to go to. So my schedule had to change to make that work. Luckily, I work at a place that generally is good with, flexibility. But what has happened is I was going to have to go from full-time to part-time at first when my husband starts working nights because of when his shift ends. Because it's early in the morning, but not like super early. And I basically have been told that that is okay, and I'm going to be part-time, but then I'm not going to be allowed to go back to full-time for the rest of the year. And that is, even once I have a car and I'm able to go full-time again. So that is not making me happy. Understandably so, because nobody likes to lose hours, but whatever. Why you said play with bleh combination? Bleh? What? What? Consuming gifts, but okay, I did that. Did yesterday. Oh, why? Hi, hello. Hope you're having a good day / evening. I'm not gonna be able to say your name because I haven't been practicing my Russian. Sorry. I don't remember how to speak it. I am so sorry. But hello. I hope you're doing well. Don't say the word job. It scares you. Yeah, well, that sucks. It does suck, Holy Night. But, again, there's not much I can do in the situation. My hands are tied. So, oh well. Is what it is. Oh, good news about Psycho Cuties. I am an idiot. That's the good news. So, when I had said before, I was like, oh, I really want this merch, right? But I don't think they ship to the U.S. I think they only ship to, like, Russia and Poland. My dumb ass needs to learn how to read. Because it literally said they can't ship to Poland. Not that they only ship to Poland, that they literally can't. Which means they can ship to the U.S. So I placed an order for some merch from Psycho Cuties. The next part of me possibly being an idiot is seeing whether or not I put the address in properly. Because the page is in Russian. And it asked me to put the address in like 3 times. I was like, this is kind of weird. And I looked at how it ended up like on the invoice. I'm like, alright, well, it's got the whole address. And it might say the street name multiple times in different areas, but it's got the most important thing, which is the zip code. So I'm like, hopeful it works. I haven't gotten an email from them saying, what the actual hell is your address? Why did you do this? So, but I am very excited to get Psycho Cutie merch. So, rip Polish people. Yeah, I don't know what's going on that they're not shipping to there, but the international shipping from, I believe they're in Moscow. Apparently they can't ship to Poland right now. I don't know enough about world affairs to have any idea why. But got some stuff waiting to buy. Animes and cars. Oh yeah, what you looking at buying? What's on your list, Links? Boo, job application, boo. Just been drawing yesterday. Saw Da in the theaters. I do not know what that is. I just spent a lot buy on clearance. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure. Nice. That's fun. I just got the Guild on DVD. I have it all like digital copy of the Guild, but I was like, I would like, which you can watch for free on YouTube, but I was like, I want the DVD. It's really good. If you haven't seen that, it's like an awkward group of people who it's an old series that was released on like Xbox Live or something. It was like new episodes came out pretty frequently, I guess, and it's by Felicia Day, who's the main character in it. She's in Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. She's Penny, I think was her name. She's also in Supernatural. My mom said her name was Charlie. I haven't made it that far in Supernatural. I used to watch it when I was younger, but I never got to the angel demon and all that crap. No, I liked when it was episodic, but that's just me. Suddenly, this happens with me. What the hell, my eyes just flinch. My one eye twitches every now and then. I get that. It happens, Cat. Overlord, Devil the Part-Timer Season 2. How is the Devil's the Part-Timer Season 2? I actually was curious about it. I watched like the first episode and I just never picked it back up. I like the first season. The first season's really good. Something happens to me. I twitch. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. It happens when you're tired. Well, yeah, you said it's 4:30 a.m. You should probably go to bed. I really appreciate you coming and talking to us, Kat, but it's really early where you are. Alright, I can't finish the hot cocoa. It's really gross now. On to the tea! On to the cold tea. Oh, you've posted pictures on the anime figure channel? Cool, holy night. I'll try to remember to look. Again, I have the memory span of a goldfish, and I really do apologize for that. The thing is, I don't think there's any way for me to fix it. Ow. Oh, ow, what the hell? It just dripped directly on my finger. I don't know if you can see it. A nice little bubble. You're back? Hi, Ryan. Glad to have you back. I just burned myself. Which, you know, that's just how it goes. That's just how these streams go. Even if I wasn't streaming, I'd be burning myself. It's not about paying attention, it's just... it's just something that happens. Something that happens. Okay. And now that the hot glue is very hot, it's going to happen a lot more. I'm sure. Just going to do that and then cut the ends. Yeah. Just applied for DoorDash. Ooh. There you go. That's good. That's good. How to lose finger sensitivity 101. Yeah, if it wasn't the back of my finger, that would be accurate, Cat. I don't have too much feeling in the front of my fingers. It's the back. I think I mentioned before that I have like a frostbite injury on my one finger. Maybe I haven't told that story. It's a really stupid story. But for science. I was in high school. We were making ice cream by doing the ice with salt in one bag, and then you put the creamer and everything else in another bag inside that, and then you shake it, and you're supposed to have gloves on, and I did have gloves on, but my glove had a hole in it, didn't realize. My finger has been discolored ever since, and if I, like, you know when you squeeze, like, your finger and it turns white or red? Anyways, it turns some color, and then the blood flow comes back, and it changes the way it's supposed to look. It takes literal minutes for my finger to turn back the right color. Like, it's got such crap circulation, I really can't feel anything on that side of my finger. You told us? I did tell you. Well, now I told you again. You bought a new poster. It's Pokemon. Nice. Very nice, Link. I'm going to ask what generation of Pokemon, but I don't know all the generations, so that's more so just a curiosity question. I guess I know the first few. This is your public service announcement. Bleh. Oh no, consuming it does have Dementors. Yeah, Dementors. Yeah, I do. I tell you. I literally am losing my mind. I go through cycles. I go through the cycles of being crazy happy and not being able to sleep to then being like, I can't do anything. And I have the memory of a goldfish. I can't help it. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to blame it on the fact that I'm about to be 30 in September. I think that's what's causing all of this. I'm just, it's it. If I was in the Middle Ages, you know, if it was the Dark Ages right now, I'd be dead. That's just the way it is. Consuming plastic content, consuming hot chocolate tea. Ew. Well, no, I used to mix the tea and the hot cocoa. It wasn't too bad with the vanilla. Consuming plastic content while consuming hot chocolate and tea. Yeah, this still isn't, like, termed the right way. How do I fix that? How does one fix this problem? It is burning me again. Why? What is happening? I guess I'm, like, picking it up too quick, and it's flinging onto the back of my finger. What are you gonna do? It's Gen 1. Nice. My brother was asking why do the other generations it's mostly Gen 1 since original Pokemon is popular, that's why. Yeah, and it's nostalgic. I agree. I love Gen 1. But of course that's what I grew up on. I still have, I think, my copy of Blue. That might be in here actually. What do I got in here? Oh, I got Tetris in my Game Boy. But yeah, no. I saw my copy of Blue. I used to play Red mostly, though. I had both. I got rid of Red, because I was like, they're the same game. When I was younger, I got rid of the one. Chugging liquid plastic. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's set. Does sound like something I'd do. Hey, Plastic. Hello, Vanguard. Hope you are doing well. You're having a good day/evening. We are working on the wig. I got the sweater mostly made. I'm missing a stripe on both arms. But other than that, sweater is mostly done, and I have the skirt on that I will be wearing. It's very exciting. How to lose finger sensitivity part 2. Pretty much. But yeah. There's more Pokemon just on Kento Johto. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm uncultured. What? Okay. I kind of got it. Oh, yeah, it looks a lot more even. I can see it a lot better, actually, on the screen. And actually looking at it from the back. There we go. There we go. We're getting there. Eventually, I have to style the front, but I'm too afraid to do that until we got the back figured out. Personally. Even my Game Boy doesn't work, too. Oh, no! I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, this isn't my original one was the teal one. Not, this is teal. The lime one was the original one. And then I got this one for 10 bucks at a thrift store years back when I was like in high school, so like a decade ago. The guy was selling a red one as well for 10 bucks. But this one works. And yeah, I wish I still had my lime one. Well, I wish I had replaced. That's the one I always wanted, but it's like not nostalgic because it's not the same color as the one I had. And the one I had, like I always wanted that one and then I was a kid, but now I'm like I miss the one that I had even though it wasn't the one that I wanted. I don't know. My brain, we've discussed this. My brain doesn't work, and when it does work, it works in very strange ways. So, you know, it's whatever. Whatever. Is what it is. You still have your yellow version? It doesn't work anymore. Oh, the one where Pikachu follows you? I had that one too. I got that one a little later though. Well, I had it again. I got rid of that one as well. Oh, and which one is it? Is it Sapphire? Sapphire? I literally, it's so funny. And I think I told the story too, but I don't care. Again, I got the Dementures we're saying, so it's fine. I apparently nearly beat it, but I had no idea what I was doing because I didn't used to read, and obviously that's an ongoing issue with me is that I don't read things. But so I had all the gym badges, and then I didn't know what to do. And my husband looked at my game save, and he was like, "You never fought the Elite, what is it, the Elite Four or whatever?" I was like, "Who are they?" He was like, "You got this far and you didn't do that?" No. I didn't know. He's like, "If you read what they were saying," I was like, "Well, therein lies the problem." Johto is Gen 2. Oh, I like Hone region Gen 3. Oh, those are like the places? The regions? I don't know the regions at all. I liked, so in Sapphire, because again, that's the one I played the most. I don't even know what generation that is. It's gotta be like, it gotta be 4 or less, right? I think that's 3. I feel like that's 3. I like that it's a white creature, and it's got like a little spiky thing on its head. It's got like black paws, black face, little black spiky thing on its head. It's cute. I feel like it starts with an A. It's 4-legged, kind of dog-like. I don't know what it is though. But that was like my favorite when I played Sapphire. Sapphire. Oh boy, let's see. What am I missing here? Also, my shooting sports, I shot a revolver for the first time. Ooh, this summarized my experience with it. It was fun, but I cannot aim a revolver with the iron sights. I can't aim anything that I'm shooting with one hand. So, I need long guns. That's the only way I'm accurate at all. And I haven't shot in a while, so when I do eventually do that Maho shooting, once I can figure out my life out, I hope I can shoot the target. We'll see. The Pokemon games you played were Sun, Omega Ruby, Ultra Sun, and Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Ania. Cool. I haven't even heard of the last one. I have one of those either Sword or Shield ones. I got that and I stopped playing it really early on. I was just not interested. Looking here, it's so consuming, the art around consuming plastic camera. It's so eye-catching, the character, how she stares to the camera. And I'm literally spending more time looking at her than the webcam. Oh, the Ushka on the screen? These, okay, wait. My camera's always... These Ushka? Yeah, I know, she's adorable. She is adorable. I love her. Such a cutie. I'm excited to cosplay as her. Very excited indeed. My mom threw my Game Boy at the wall when I was a kid. The sound bar is broken. That sucks. I lost mine because kids bullied me on the playground, shoved wood chips where the cartridge was supposed to go. Yep, that sucked. So, I feel for you there. When people break your stuff, it's no fun. That sucks. It was your mom, though. That's not very nice. Pokemon games, okay, there was a 30 target, I only hit 1, and 1 target, it was the wrong when I was, oh, it wasn't the one you were shooting at? Hey, you hit it though. I think that counts, right? You just look at everyone and say, I meant to do that. Threw you all off there. You thought I was shooting here? Nah, I was shooting over there. Say my Game Boy got Whippy the strength, it never found it again. Oh. Last Pokemon was Black and White, and I decided to stop until Galar on Sword and Shield. Hondon? Consuming polyurethane plastic. The last one was a DS game, and it was fun. So at the moment, I have all the Pokemon series on DVD. Wow, length. That's awesome. And impressive. I'm trying to think. I guess I only think I watched the one where they had oh my gosh, Misty, which was the one when I was a kid growing up, and then a little bit with the one with May. I stopped watching when they had Dawn. But the cool thing with having kiddos is that they get into these things now, and now I can get back into the stuff. So like I show them a bunch of a bunch of old stuff. They've been super into watching me play Tomb Raider right now. Like, and it's like stressful for them. They've told me so much so. They've told me as much. Oh, English. But yeah, so they like really like me playing Tomb Raider in short bursts, which is funny because I was not expecting that. We've also almost beat Spyro 2, like me with them. So, okay, I'm not gonna burn myself. Oh no, I need more glue. I need more glue. Where's my glue sticks? Where are the glue sticks? Gonna take this off before it falls off my head. Put it down for a second too. Ignore my hair. I will get back to you all in a second. After I blind myself in the pretty light that I tried to set up and couldn't figure out where I wanted to put it. Put that back in there. Let that heat up for a second. And put this back on. There we go. The original Nintendo DS you found at a pawn shop? Nice! Very nice. It's exciting. The one still works, can still play Advance and DS games. Yes. I really liked the DS. I had the DS Lite. Oh, that's a shame. Those bullies broke your Game Boy. What about your butt faces? What? What? What Holy Night? Poor Dawn. My sis has a copy of Pokemon Diamond, if I remember correctly. Nice. That's the one with that really cool teal and purple Pokemon on it, right? That legendary, whatever one that is. I don't know what it's called. Well, that's the thing that's Pokemon Advance Battle and Diamond and Pearl with Dawn. Oh, okay. Likely they'll show up later on the series. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, my daughter started watching a little bit of like the original Pokemon that I watched as a kid. They're like not super into it yet though, so they'll get there. They just pick different things to get into, which is fine. I mean, I do the same thing. I jump back and forth between all sorts of series. I just got flashbanged by memories of me on my cozy bed and my mom by my side on the bed under heavy blanket watching Pokemon on the television while I consumed hot chocolate. Damn, I miss my mom so much. Aw. Oops, sorry. I meant to say they were a bunch of butt faces. Yeah, they were. They were a bunch of butt faces, but that's how, I don't know, that's how things were. That's how things went. Bullying sucked. Bullying sucked, but I was like kind of a shit disturber kid too, so I wasn't innocent. I'll be honest, I'll take the, take credit where credit was due. I wasn't innocent either, so not saying I deserved that, but I get it. They're probably better people now and all that good stuff. I forgive them. I guess. Ow! That hurt. That one did hurt. That was the side of my thumb. Oh well. I didn't need that side of my thumb anyways. Who needs feeling in their fingers, honestly? Overrated. Yeah, Dialga, Pokemon of Time. Sorry fans, why they don't bring the original cast back? Well, I tell you, because don't want to spend money on, now that Pokemon Company can hire cheap. Oh yeah, that does make sense. Sorry to hear that, Kat. Yes, sorry, Kat, about your mom. But I'm glad you got the flashback memory. That's pleasant. Sadly, the original voice actress of Misty passed away. Oh, really? She voices Jessie, too? Wait, yeah, I saw something about that now that you said that. I saw a post about that. Because that wasn't that long ago she passed away, right? Gaming is far from me. She's not dead. Oh, that's good. It's just because the time began that we began to lose a lot of our relationship. Of course, she's still my mother, but I don't feel like anymore. I still love her anyways. It was pleasant for sure. Aw. I'm sorry, Kat. That's always hard when there's family, distancing with family. I have felt that, and I do understand. But you just gotta cherish those happy memories of when things were good, the good times. Remember the 2 sets of Strike Witches season 1? Wait, you have two sets of Strike Witches season 1? May I ask why? Or how you've attained 2 of them? I have 1 set. I have not made it all the way through it, but I do have first Blu-ray of season 1. I think Blu-ray. Maybe it's just DVD. I don't know. They're both the same to me. I don't even care. I'm like, which is cheaper? Consuming warm milk. No, Petunia, I think I'd rather die. Sorry to be dramatic. I would not consume warm milk. That is the grossest thing warm I think you could consume. I would rather drink the polyurethane, thank you. Oh, gross. I know it's like a thing people do to go to sleep. Maybe it's just because I mean, other than when I have complete insomnia, in which case I'm like, well, there's no helping me here. I generally can just, I'm one of those people who can sleep anywhere, just lay down, I'm dead. I'm just asleep immediately. I'm one of those freaks. Because I know that's like, people look at those people and are like, what? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't. And it's funny because I'm an overthinker. I stress out about everything. And yet I can sleep like a baby. I think the world could be coming to an end and I could just sleep. Not even a sound sleeper. I'm just like, nope, done. Going to sleep now, bye. Maybe it's because I stress myself out so much during the day that I'm just so exhausted that my body's like, yes, finally. Whoa, drama queen. I know. I am a drama queen. This is not news to me. It's basically what I was told my entire childhood. You're being dramatic. Yes. Yes, I am. How about this? Consuming warm chocolate milk. I don't even like chocolate milk, period. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate. Like, hot chocolate I can do. And if we're talking about, like, what kind of candy, like, chocolate I like chocolate chip muffins. If I need something sweet, but I don't want, like, a bunch of calories, I'll just eat a chocolate, like, morsel. I'm also bad. I'll take a spoonful. This is not chocolate related, but I will take just a spoonful of, like, brown sugar and just eat it straight. Because I'd rather do that than have candy in the house. Candy in the house is too tempting. But, yeah. Oh my gosh, my scissors are not working. Come on, scissors. Do it. We're gonna have to switch scissors. This is not working. Good thing I got a spare. I was gonna quote something and then I didn't. Hence the stupid voice. I feel like this is turning out really bad compared to the other side, but I also feel like that's okay because I'm just doing the first layer, so maybe it's okay. Maybe that's a cope. That's fine. Enough. Oh, hot glue gun. Let's turn you the right way. How's it looking? I mean, you can see it more from this side. You can see what I've been doing. So I'm just adding the back on first, and then I'll work on the front. I feel like it keeps tilting the one way, but I don't know. I feel like there's no fixing that completely. Not yet, at least. Maybe once it's, like, closer to being done. I don't know. I don't know why I think as I do this, it'll suddenly correct itself. But this one feels, like, super thick and stiff. So maybe that is the way it'll work. I don't know. Let's see. Going back up. Hot milk is actually nice to drink. You like hot milk? That's good, Kat. You can drink hot milk for me, then. I'm very much dramatic, especially when it comes to, like, food and stuff, because I'm very picky eater. Well, the first release was in 2010. I can't remember the other. Gotcha. Especially with lots of sugar. Wait, you put sugar in your hot milk, Kat? For me, when I want something to drink late at night, I just drink water. Yeah, and that water late at night is like the best water ever, and I don't know why. Cold water, just middle of the night, it's amazing. Links, you said, I know that if you buy the first release of Strike Witches, it comes with a patch of the company logo. Oh, really? Oh, well, I didn't get that one, because I didn't get anything extra with it. You love your mother even though she's not my biological mother. She's 99.5% more my mother than my actual biological mother. I'm also what you call a mama's boy. Good, good. Very good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. When it's late at night, about to go to bed, I drink cold glass of tea. See, like, drinking this, I'll be fine because I'm already tired. But generally, the caffeine's not helping me fall asleep. No, again, unless I'm insomniac, I'm pretty good. Pretty fine. Pretty fine. Hate of Funimation, they release again the first season, and the second season was coming out Blu-ray. You can't fit the set of these set together. Oh, why? Because they can't make as much money that way. That's why they have to separate. They have to do each season separate, and then they have to release a complete box set or whatever of all of it, the complete series. That's their end goal. Actually, most of the time I find that they don't even do that anymore with some series, and I'm sure Strike Witches is one of them. I'm more of a dad girl. He told me during the separation, since then we've been living together, but he works a lot and receives well for it. But at the cost of our time together, I feel kind of distant from both. Yeah, I would say I'm, at this point, growing up, I feel like I was a daddy's girl because my brother was definitely my mom's favorite. Not that she ever said that, but it was just like, that's just the way it is on my mom's side of the family. You can tell, like, the boys have always been the favorite. And it's not something my brother, like, was happy about either. Like, he didn't want... It was something where everyone noticed it. She'll swear to this day that he's not, like, her favorite, but it's very obvious. But she's tried, I feel like, to get closer, like, relationship-wise to me. She helps me with watching the kids and stuff. I'd say both my parents are pretty great. I feel like they did the best they could with what they had when we were growing up, and sure, there were things that were messed up and all that, and yeah. But I feel like now I'm closer with both of them. My teenage years were bad, but like I feel like that's kind of normal for kids though when they're teenagers, but mine were like, I wasn't like rebellious or anything, but I was just not happy. But you know. Now I feel like I'm fairly close with both of them to an extent. I guess I feel close, and I don't want to say distant. I'm trying to open up more to them, but I've always been like more of a private kind of person ever since high school. So I just don't really tell people when things are happening and stuff like that. Not that I have much to tell, because I've mentioned before, like, and I actually wanted to mention on here, I know when I made that post, I want to thank you all for your kindness with understanding that I can't follow my schedule right now because things are crazy. But I got a couple comments were like saying that, you know, YouTube's just YouTube, you know, focus on myself and my family and all that. And the thing is, like, absolutely 100% need to focus on the family and all that, but YouTube is really like the one thing I have. I've mentioned before, I don't really have anything outside of this. Like, this is where I do all my hobbies and stuff. I don't go out anywhere. I don't really see friends. So it's like when I'm not doing YouTube, like it's like a part is kind of missing and on hold, and it's like the one part that I kind of feel like I'm myself. You know, it's hard to be yourself at work and stuff like that, and when I'm not doing this, I'm playing mom most of the time, you know? Not playing mom, I am mom, but you know, it's hard to have an identity when you're relied on by little munchkins who are adorable and need you, you know, they need you to be mom. You know? You have to keep the house clean, all this stuff. So it's like, it was hard because, again, waking up, chauffeuring everybody around, coming home, cleaning the house, doing all the, like, motherly chores, being exhausted, going to sleep. There was like no time for me. So this is really my me time where I get to kind of just chill and do whatever. And I like doing this with you guys because I like having the company. Because again, I don't really talk to people when, you know, in the real world too much. So I appreciate you guys being here and talking to me, and also understanding that my schedule is insane. But without getting too mushy, YouTube just means a lot to me. You guys mean a lot to me, and it really does help me out. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Anyways, catching back up. It's painful. Well, I hope you have some time to hang out with your father and cat. Yeah, your relationship with your parents is similar to mine, minus the teenage years. I still have good relationship with them from my teenage years. Well, that's good, Holy Night. I can't remember. I'm close to my parents. They're together. I talk to my dad and my mom. I talk to my dad mostly. Yeah, I see them both pretty regularly. That's where I'm like, I feel like I have a good relationship because they're in my life, like, a lot. But I have, like, so, for instance, I guess this is what I was saying. Like, you know how, maybe you don't know, but I get the feeling that it's more, like, normal for, like, mothers and daughters to go do things together, like, go shopping or whatever. My one coworker was making it sound that way, at least. And I was like, yeah, me and my mom don't really go and do anything. But, you so mean a lot to talk to me. It means a lot to talk to you as well. I love hanging out with you as well as being able to chat. Yeah, no, it's nice. I feel like we have a nice little community here, Holy Night. It's like it's very cozy, comfy. We all just kind of chill out. I like that you guys just kind of join me on whatever I'm doing. I mean, obviously the Girls and Panzer stuff is more like what I'm doing for the channel, but I joined a Discord for the con that I'm going to, since now I do Discord. And someone pointed out that there's only 3 months until this con that I'm going to, and I still have 2 other costumes I want to make, and that's why I was like, I should probably work on this tonight. But you feel like your dad is not proud of you due to your little achievements. Literally am not perfect. Often we get into discussion where the main intention is to reduce me. It's very stressful in life too. Yeah, that sounds very stressful. Until the end of last year, I will need conscript into the army, so I have a little time outside home on barracks, which I hope for, aka forced conscription. Yeah. Well, good luck with the forced conscription, because yeah, you're saying you're in Israel, so yeah, everybody joins the military over there in some fashion, from what I've heard. But I wish you the best of luck with that, and hopefully your dad comes around. Like, you got plenty of time to achieve stuff. The thing too, like, when you're looking at what you can achieve and whatnot, it's so, I don't know, it's weird. Just because you achieve something doesn't mean you're gonna be happy. I don't mean to say that in a weird way, but like, you can go off a checklist of all the things you're supposed to do, and at the end you still may not feel happy or accomplished, or you still might be wanting more. And I feel like a lot of people think that once they check off that next thing on the box, they'll feel better, and they don't. And it sometimes even feels worse when you check off those boxes and then you don't feel better, because you're like, okay, what's wrong with me? Like, I achieved these things and I still don't feel fulfilled or like where I should be. So I feel like that's kind of a dangerous game, especially when you're looking at, not dangerous, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel like when you look at what other people want you to achieve, there's even more pressure, and then once you achieve those things, you don't feel that achievement because you feel like it was almost expected of you, if that makes sense. And then you kind of belittle yourself. Maybe this is not how everyone's brain works, but that's how my brain thinks of it. I wish you the best of luck. Yes. I'm the only child to do a favor helping out when asked needed. My brothers don't help my mom. Yeah. So you're probably the favorite, Lynx. Because you're the only one who helps out. That's also kind of rough. I'm gonna tell you guys this thing. Understand this is a joke, okay? My family has a very dark sense of humor, but there's already been a joke, like, on a similar kind of mind frame, I guess, of helping out. My parents were talking about when they get old and have to go in a nursing home. They were talking to my brother and they were telling me about it. And when they said it, I was like, oh, like, no, you're not going to a nursing home. Like, I'll come over and help you each morning. Because that's, like, on my mom's side, that's what they did. My grandmother lived right next door to my grandma, and she would go over every morning, help her make sure she didn't slip in the bath and everything. And then she'd help her, like, do her hair, and then she'd go back to her house, and then she'd come back around dinner time, make sure that my great-grandmother ate, theoretically. She didn't really eat much. But she would, like, check on her and whatnot until the day she literally went over there and she was dead when she found her in the morning. Like, it was like, and I thought that was really sweet that, you know, she would go over and take care of her. I was like, I want to do something like that for you guys. Like, you've been good parents to me. You did the best you could. We've had our issues, but I want to, you know, I want to help you. And my parents are just like, that's really nice of you. Your brother said he's just going to take us out back. I was like, what the fuck? Nope, can't do a nursing home. Like, again, dark sense of humor. That's how my family rolls. But I was just like, oh my god. They were laughing about it. Consuming sparkling water, warm water. Ew, no. We love you too. Yes, everyone here is fantastic. This is a great little community. I love it. Forgot to mention today I got the IS-1 today. Getting a bit closer to known as IS-2. Ooh, nice. In what? It's model or in game? In reference to what, Vanguard? That's great to hear. Soon you'll be able to release your inner Nona. Yes. I wish I could release my inner Katusha. You have to set up a TV antenna outside. If I let my dad build the antenna, he will break it, and me and him put up a side window. Oh, nice. Cool. So you're, like, learning different skills and stuff, too, which is cool, especially when it comes to bettering a home and all that. I find those skills to be very useful. Well, I think anyone would. I don't know. That was a stupid sentence. Ignore me! War Thunder. Oh, nice, Vanguard. I'm not brat enough. I don't know what brat means. I heard someone use that slang recently. I don't know what it means, though. I'm too old. But that's nice, though, Lynx, that you're helping your dad with the antenna. War Thunder moves. Oh, no, it's okay, Vanguard. But, nice. Very, very nice. Oh, goodness, I am getting tired. I will remain on here for... yeah, I said I'd be on here till 11. I have 10% left on my phone, which is why I'm like, getting tired, 10% left, don't know if we're gonna make it. Don't know if we're making it to 11. I'd like to, but maybe I need to be a little realistic. Can we actually do it? Not so sure about that. Not so sure. We have to drill a hole inside to connect the TV. My parents want no local TV stations, don't care for cable anymore. Hey, I don't blame them. I don't care for cable either. I haven't had cable since I moved out of my parents' house. That was like... holy crap, that was a long time ago now. Like thinking, I'm like, yeah, well, I've been in this house for 3 years. It's at least been 7 years. It's probably been more like 8 years. That's crazy to think, but God, I'm old. God, I'm old. Brat, a child, especially one that is badly behaved. No, it's, okay, I know that. I think it's also slang for something else now. Sadly, me and my dad don't really have a relationship. Me and him are two completely different people, and due to other reasons, hard to have a relationship with him. That's rough, Holy Night. I think it's true. The generation don't often have cross relationships, so a more old generation is harder to connect with than a newer, younger one, and vice versa. I don't know. I find it hard to interact with people in general, regardless. Hello, Nick. I hope you're having a good day / evening. But, yeah, like, I don't know. I got slang since they're old-fashioned. They don't know how to use it. Yeah, I try not to use slang around, like, obviously, like, the people who are definitely not going to use it, or know how to use it. But when I was younger, I used to go to my great-grandmother's house a lot, so I feel like I got along with her fairly well. I also used to, like, when I was younger and used to go to church, I used to go to, like, the adult Bible study, because the kids' Bible study was annoying. I should rephrase that. The kids in kid Bible study were annoying. And so I used to go to the adult one instead, which is a really random story on its own, but I'm probably not going to get too into that. Consuming antisocial. I am very antisocial. I don't know how to fix that either. My parents are boomers and my older brother is Gen X. My older brother thinks I'm lazy and irresponsible. That's very, very rich coming from Gen X. I feel like Gen X has a lot of the same mentality but just didn't act on it. Like, they just kind of felt like they had to do things. They didn't want to do things. The difference is the Zoomers don't want to do it, and they're like, no, I'm not doing it. They're breaking the system. I'm a Zillennial. I don't fit in anywhere. There's stuff that I do not get because I'm too old to get the Zoomer stuff, and there's stuff that I don't get with the Millennials because I'm too young. I think we talked about this last time, though, that, like, the different generation cutoffs kind of just separate us even more. And for someone like me who is in between two generations, it does make it more difficult because it's like I really don't fit in with either anyways. It's all has to do with experience, and then, like, yeah, just experience, I guess. I and my dad had a bit of a rocky relationship at first, but we're on good terms. That's good, Nick. Very good. Yeah, we were talking about all that. And I'm the same way. Like, as a kid, I was a daddy's girl, but there are definitely issues. And, yeah. Things that have long been forgiven, so it's not that big a deal now. We live, we learn, we forgive, and we move on. Because at a certain point, you have to realize that you have to live your own life outside of how other people may or may not have wronged you, and you can be the bigger person in those situations. I also love my grandmother. She used to live close to me and my mom, and I would sneak out of the house and go down there. My mom will get worried and wonder where you were at. Oh, you just kind of, like, left? That's fun. My parents always knew if I was down at my grandparents because I could walk to my grandparents, and again, my great-grandmother lived right next door to my grandmother. So, like, everyone was really close on my mom's side, where I could just walk over to everybody's house, which was cool. But, yeah. That's always neat, having a family that's close by. It's one of the reasons I was never as close with the people on my dad's side, for the most part, except for maybe one of my aunts, but... You're a millennial, Lynx? Oh. Sorry, I assumed you were Gen Z. So, your Gen X thinks you're lazy and irresponsible? That's not usually what I hear from millennial, though. I generally hear that millennial, I think of, like, I'm gonna say the girl boss, but that's just what comes to mind first, is, like, very, like, climbing the corporate ladder, like, yeah, I don't know, I don't think of millennial, I hear that, and then, like, I hear, like, if we're talking about bad stereotypes, like, entitled, but again, like, I don't know. I feel like every older generation has something to say about the younger generation. It's just the way it kind of goes. Which, whatever. He was kind of born with a bad card since his dad or mom abandoned him, and he had to live a hard life and never knew how to process affection. That's rough. That is very rough. That's very much like, so not similar to me, but similar in the way that like it affects you differently and how they raise you. My mom's side of the family very much like was not you didn't cry. You didn't cry unless you had something to cry about. And actually that was both sides of my family. So I'm very much like I do not cry to people. If I'm crying, like, and I'm not like not a crier. I'm just not gonna cry in front of people because that's just embarrassing to me. Like if someone's crying to me, I'm like, oh no. They're like, you know, I'm very compassionate about it, but I don't dare. Like, you know the whole I'll give you something to cry about thing. Yeah, like I don't do that. We don't really show our emotions unless someone died. You're not crying. Is pretty much how I grew up. Millennials kind of get offended over everything. Do they? I say do they. Obviously, these are stereotypes we're talking about here, but, you know. My grandmother, who I think is 95 or 95 or 96. Wow! Currently still has her mind straight, and I help her with anything no matter what, since I don't want her to do any chores. But she can be a bit stubborn. You know what, though? It's the stubborn ones that live the longest. That's what I've noticed. My great-grandmother, who lived into her 90s, refused to drink water, and every day got up and did all her own shit. She refused to eat, she refused to drink water, and she lived till her late 90s. I don't know. My grandmother now is on a kick of not drinking water, and my sister-in-law was like, you have to drink water, and I just looked at her and was like, I don't think we do. I think genetically we're mutants. We don't need to drink water. Whatever's happening with our bloodline, we don't need water. I don't know what's up with that. My great-great-grandmother used to live there, rest her soul, and I would send her lap and eat. I was sitting in her lap and eat. She would say, don't get on to that boy. It was something like that. Okay. My mom's parents live far away in Mexico, and the closest here is my dad's parents. Yeah, I don't have any family that's, like, out of country, I don't think. I mean, other than the family that I married into. My husband's side is all over the place. But for the most part, everyone in my family lives really close. I think we're all on the same side of the U.S., too. We had some that, like, were further away, but I think that they passed away. So, I think. Could be wrong. And then I have my weird family history, which I've already talked about some of that really weird family history. About how everyone's a little demented. We got a demented family history going on both sides. The best is when people can't remember. They're like, yeah, and this family member, I can't remember if they killed themselves or OD'd. It's like, okay. Thanks for that. You could have just told me the story without that, but yep, that's... Again, I don't care. We have a dark sense of humor. And that's why I have to say, if I ever laugh at anything that's completely demented or anything, again, remember, I wasn't allowed to show my emotions properly as a kid, and also we have a dark sense of humor. It's just how I process things. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I am a little bit behind. Nick, you said your great-grandfather sadly is dead, been dead since 2012 from advanced cancer, and because he was stubborn in not taking his meds or anything, that chemotherapy, I sometimes feel bad thinking about him. Yeah, that is one of those things that you do kind of have to listen to your doctors, and yeah, but stubbornness, it's a thing, especially with the old people. I think there's a thing I heard once that the reason old people can seem like grouchy and stuff is that part of their brain that tells them not to say things is gone. That there's like, hey, maybe don't act on that inhibition. Maybe don't say that thing that you shouldn't be saying. Nope, that's gone. Everything just comes out of their mouth. They do whatever they want. Part of me thinks that's awesome. Part of me's worried for when I'm at that stage of my life. But if I'm already a little bit of a, dementia going on, I'm probably not that far off. All of us are hardworking people. I had past generations telling us we complain and lazy. Hey, that's every generation, isn't it? 100%. You see my way? I don't really cry that often. Yeah, Holy Night. It's just, it's awkward. Crying is awkward. Assuming it's 5:25 a.m., I will get to my little bed so I can rest. Yeah, you should rest, Kat. Have a good one. I will be having to do something very serious today, and I'm very scared because of how important it is. It may affect my life. Nothing too bad, rather screwing fully the relationship with my dad. I can explain here because it's too personal. I'm not in danger anyway, but I may get to live with my mother anytime soon if my dad reacts negatively. Alright, Kat, well, good luck. We wish you the best. Have a good morning, because it's not night anymore. And yes, we wish you the best with the situation that you are in. Have a good one. Nick, you said, because I sometimes remember getting into dumb verbal stuff against him, but I still did like him. I still remember when he had a bunch of American news people at a family restaurant called La Mallorca? Link, you graduated in 2008. That time the crisis happened. Oh, it was hard finding a job. Yeah, gas, cars, and mostly house prices were high. Yes, the 2008 recession. Which he owned since 1960. Oh, okay, back up to Nick, you've seen that. Now belongs to your grandmother, who's in her 60s. My grandmother's side of my family still kicking. She's 95 years old. I think a lot of it comes down to genetics, as to like how long people are gonna live. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're meant to live longer, it seems it just happens. At least with looking at my family, like, I see people who should have lived longer on like in certain situations, and then people who like definitely should have died earlier in others. And I'm like, none of this makes sense. Yeah, my greatest grandmother would say that my mother, when she came to bring me home. Oh, okay, the quote from before. Alas. Oh, also, okay, I thought you said alas. It's like very proper. Alas. Also, I got to show off some more of my OCs from Girls with Panzer, mainly my BC Freedom and Prophet Girls. Nice, Vanguard. You're back again. Had to shower. Nice to see you again, Ryan. I'm very tired, and I have 7% on my phone, but it is 10:30, so I think we are going to make it till 11. I am definitely not staying up past 11. I feel like we've gotten pretty far on the wig. I am very tired, though. And I have to wake up, let's see, 5? I think 5 a.m. That's generally when I have to wake up, except for Fridays. Fridays I have to wake up earlier than that. Fridays are brutal. But it is what it is. I survive. It's only for right now. Yee, Girls in Panzer. Yes, Girls in Panzer. Eventually I'll be doing my Maho cosplay, the swimsuit thing, so that'll be good. That'll be fun. I need to get these cosplays going though, man. But at least, hey, now we started on the other side. I don't know if I'm going to do any more streams doing the wig, by the way. I might just finish it up and then show you it. And then do, like, the collar the next time. Then have my husband on for the time after that or whatever. And do the hearts on the legs. Because I feel like a lot of the rest of this I could do off stream and then show you on stream. And then work on... I guess I could work on the Lane one on stream a little bit. And the Maho, that's going to be easy. Easy peasy. I think I have to fix the wig, but we'll see. We'll see. Now I'm just babbling because my brain's, like, rotting. Slowly but surely. Mako's grandmother is typing in chat. And seeing how back in 2020 or 2021, my grandma, Blanky? Rest her soul. I saw how she was suffering because of the therapy dealing with something bad. Yellow eyes and just looking weak. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So in a twisted way, I at least understand where he was coming from and probably would have prolonged his suffering. I get that. It's like you gotta respect the decision. Like if you're just like, no, I don't want to go through that. I know a woman who she had cancer. And she had her, what's that called? Uterine cancer. And she went through chemo and everything, got rid of it, and she never had a hysterectomy though. And then 10 years or plus later, came back, and there's nothing she can do now. And it's like, she tried going to chemo and stuff, they're like, there's nothing. I think she's actually past her expiration date or whatever you want to call it, which is good for her. But it's like at a certain point you're like, that kind of stuff's tricky because you don't know what to do in that situation. Like if she had the hysterectomy, it probably wouldn't have come back, but that's a big thing to deal with too and a big decision to make. It might have been partially the stubbornness. I don't know her well enough. She's a kind lady, but yeah, it sucks. Cancer in general just sucks. It's awful. Obviously, we all know. I feel like everyone knows someone who's been affected by cancer and lost someone to it. Also, the power went out in my grandma Blanky's house. If her name is actually Blanky, by the way, that's a really cool name. Because this is Puerto Rico, and the power grid is trash, and she died because no power to the... Oh my god, that's how she died? That's terrifying, Nick. My dad hates the electrical private company because of it. Yeah, I don't blame him. I would too. That's shit. They didn't have, like, any extra, like, batteries or whatever? Not, like, you know what I mean. Like, generators or whatever. That's awful. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Training to be ham, lol, the book. What? But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, Maho. Yeah, heck yeah, Maho. I am pretty excited to do the Maho, to make a Maho bikini and have the little symbol on it. It'll look cute. I don't know. I'm excited too that at this con they might have Girls on Pounds Are Playing on the One TV. I was watching this person, her name's Diet Shampoo. She must live somewhere around here. I don't think she's from New Jersey. Maybe she is. But she went to Colossicon, the same one that I went to and I'm going to, last year. And I was watching her vlog. I started making my way through it. It's like, oh, it looks like she had so much fun. I was trying to do it to, like, kind of get excited. I am excited. I'm just also very nervous. Again, going back to that antisocial thing, you know? It's tough when you're antisocial. So just don't know. I don't know how to interact with people. But I think I mentioned before, it's so funny because I can interact with you guys just fine. Yeah, I lost a family member to cancer on my mother's sister. The good thing to take away from it is she died in a bed surrounded by family members and loved ones. That's really nice. Yeah, like that's the way. It always sucks when someone dies, but you always hope it's in like a situation like that where, you know, they're surrounded by the people who they love and everything. Your mom had cervical cancer in 2009. It was removed, so she survived. Nice. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just, if I had cancer, I could get rid of whatever is affected, assuming you can get rid of it. Like I would rather do that than chemo, personally. I'd rather do both. I'd get rid of whatever's wrong, because cancer's such a tricky thing. I was explaining to my mom how cancer works too. Because my mom was like, I don't understand why we can't cure it. I was like, because it's just our DNA copying incorrectly. It's screwing everything up. So it's not a real disease. It's more of a malfunction in a way, which is unfortunate. I mean, there's got to be a way to fix it without just removing it or radiating it, but until they figure that out. And then there's always the question of once they figure it out, what's more profitable, which is the suckiest thing to think about, because, you know, companies are scumbags. They always want to make a profit. Any new animes you've been watching? I was watching, yeah, Lynx, I think you came in after I was talking about it. I was watching Murder Drones. I got to episode 3. It confuses me, but I do enjoy it. I just, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. It's not like my favorite thing on earth, but it's alright. Terminal cancer is one that's incurable. Yeah. Cancer is just our body fighting itself. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like it doesn't know what to do. But yes, so that's Murder Drones. And then I've gotten into, not that this is an anime I've been watching, but I was talking before about how I got into Billy Bust Up, which is like a indie game that's eventually gonna be a thing. I don't know, I really like it. other than that, I don't think I've been watching much. No anime. I mean, I've been like super busy. The only reason I was watching Murder Drones is because my husband was sleeping over at his friend's house, and he's not that interested in it, and I got the girls to sleep early. I almost streamed that night, but then I was like, I was home alone, so I was like, if the girls wake up, and sure enough, they woke up at 10, so I'm glad I didn't stream, because I would have had to jump off. But you guys watching a new anime recently? Anything good? Anything fun? Well, it's gotten a bit stale for you, Ryan. It's recent, didn't have much time, yeah. Yeah, I go through waves, too, of, like, watching a bunch of stuff all at once and then, like, watching nothing. I used to, when I used to work on, like, cosplays and stuff, I used to watch anime. That's how I finished Death Note in, like, 2 days. Doing my Roadhog cosplay. Also, now I say that, because I know I've said I will post pictures of that multiple times. If there's anything that I've promised during stream that I have not fulfilled, just pester me about it, because I most likely forgot. And I will not be offended if you pester me and I have not forgotten, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Still tell me. I feel bad, because I feel like I promise you guys things, and then I completely forget, and I have no idea. Like, I feel like I've forgotten things. And then I say something like that, and I'm like, shit, I said I was going to post pictures of my Roadhog cosplay. And I never have. I know another thing is I said I was going to unprivate my Mangle cosplay video from years ago. I just have to make sure my full name's not in that video. That's something that I do have to do. So I used to do that with my videos. I used to put my full name at the end. And I kind of don't want to do that for obvious reasons. But, Holy Knight, you said at some point you're going to watch Strike Witches. Hopefully all penny shots don't deter me from it. I got a feeling, Holy Knight, given the way that you've spoken, especially doing the Panzer Maiden Medels thing, I don't think you're going to make it through it. I'm just going to be really honest with you. Watch a few episodes, but I have a feeling it's going to be too much for you, just to, you know, just judging by what I know about you. Just a heads up. But, you know, see it for yourself. See how you feel. Yeah, you understand. Busy with work and want to watch anime. I hope I find my spark to drive into some new anime again. Yeah, I hope so too for me. Like, I'm trying to think of what I even want to watch though, anime-wise. Like, I feel like I had a list and I just haven't watched much of anything. And I'm kind of like completely blanking on what I even wanted to watch. I want to watch the rest of the Deer Girl, but my dear friend Nokotan, but it's like not high up on the list because I know the kind of anime it is. Just like a feel good whatever. Like that's a good anime to work on cosplay too, actually. So maybe while I'm finishing this week, I'll start watching that. So I can also watch that with my kiddos, I think. And someone uploaded the whole thing to YouTube, so I think I can watch it with my kiddos. You guys let me know if I can't. But my husband could tell me because he watched it with my kiddo. Or no, he didn't watch it. Sorry, he watched it on his own. So I could ask him if it would be okay to watch with the kids. Oh, and Digital Circus episode 5 is going to be coming out on the 20th, so I'll be watching that. But that's like one episode of one show, so. Currently, haven't continuing the dangers in my heart. You're in season 2. Is it good? What is it? I don't even know what kind of anime that is. I don't know if I've heard of that, Lynx. Please do share. What kind of anime is that? You watch anime most in 2020. You know, I think I'm gonna call this quits. I'll just keep talking to you guys. I just think I'm done doing what I was doing here. So I think I'd rather just chill and talk to you guys. Which means I can get a little closer to the camera as well. Ignore my face. Because I know the light's going to be pretty harsh. But then I can just read off of there instead of over here. Because my phone's also going to die. Let's just see. Alright, I think I'm good. I'm good. Let me put that down. Let's see where I'm at over here. You watch anime the most in 2020 and 2021. I feel like that's when a lot of people got into anime, Ryan, because of the lockdowns and everything. Because everybody had a lot of time to watch everything and just kind of catch up on everything. Though recently I found a slight bit of interest in Genshin Impact, though it's gonna die in the sounds of time as well. Oh yeah, Genshin. I think I played Genshin once, because it was free, right? It's free to play. I used to watch, funny enough, you know who I used to watch play that? Which is going to sound so weird, if you know who I'm talking about. Which you might not, I don't know. I don't know how many people actually, like, I feel like people have heard of this chick. Hold on. There we go. I just wanted to unplug the hot glue gun, because or else it's going to keep just oozing hot glue over to the side. But I used to watch Eugenia Cooney play Genshin, actually. Which sounds so weird. But the beginning of her streams were always awful because everyone was just going in there and being an asshole. But then, like, her videos of her actually playing games on Twitch was actually fun. I used to... 2020 was when my oldest was born. So I used to, like, rock her and just watch Eugenia's streams because she was streaming late at night for hours on end. I used to just watch her play Genshin. And she played this really cool game once. I don't remember what it was. But it, I would say it was, like, called Mori or something. It was, like, a creepy game, but it looked, like, cute, and it was all pixel. I don't know. It looked interesting. I can't remember much of it, but it was interesting. It was a turn-based, whatever, like Pokemon, but not Pokemon. Whatever that sort of game is called. Because I can't remember. But, Lynx, you said, for me it's really hard to watch new seasonal anime. Dub Crunchyroll doesn't start with English dub sooner. Oh. Yeah, I don't use Crunchyroll. I use the World Wide Web to find things. I don't use Crunchyroll. Overall, though, anime I normally watch now have gotten kind of stale for me. I feel like I end up always going back to an older anime and watching that, because for me, a lot of anime nowadays looks the same, and I don't really appreciate that everything just looks super clean cut and stuff. I like old anime, even though it wasn't always the best drawn, it had a lot of, like, style to it. A lot of, I don't know, it was different. It was not, like, now I feel like everything, like, looks clean and very similar. I don't know. But I had hoped to sit down and watch some military moe in full. I think you guys mentioned that last time. I still have to look into it. I can't remember the anime, but it's really funny. The meme that goes, Americano, hello, hello, is from that. I have not heard of that, holy night. Most creepy thing you experienced in your life. Oh my gosh, the creepiest thing? Petunia, I don't know if we want to go there. I have experienced some really creepy stuff. I don't think I want to go there. Sorry. Being a bit indecent. You're probably gonna rewatch the dub of Girls in Panzer that was posted a long time ago in a private friend server I'm in. Very nice. That's always a good thing, you know. You can always go back to the old anime. That's what I find too, is like I go back to a lot of anime that I've already watched versus picking up something new. A lot of people from your friend group hate Noko Shikanoko. Is that the my dear friend Noko-tan? I think I just like the premise of her. It's stupid. I like it because it's stupid. I like a lot of things because they're stupid, though. Since spring season is almost over, summer anime season is starting next month. Yeah, I don't get hyped for new stuff. I don't even know what's coming out, to be fair. I learn about it later on when I see figures and I'm like, ooh, I like that. What's that from? You only watched it because it was popular. People said it's pure brain rot. No, Catan? I can believe it's pure brain rot. Can't wait for Shield Hero Season 4. I have not watched any of this Shield Hero. You're watching English dub of Girls in Panzer while writing fanfic. Very nice, Ryan. I'll send you a picture. It's on Discord. Blu-ray sets. Been watching anime since you're 8 years old in the 90s. Nice. What did you used to watch, Lynx? I'm sorry if we talked about this before. We already talked about how my brain just doesn't work and my memory is horrible. But you know what the best thing about that is? I was explaining this to my husband. I get super excited about the same thing I've already heard. It's like silver lining. I'm always excited about like something. I'm like, wow. I'll watch a cutscene of something. I'll be like, oh my gosh, have you seen this? And my husband's looking at me. He's like, we've already seen this. And I'm like, what? No, I don't remember this. We haven't seen this. It's bad. I know it's a bad thing, but again, I can't help it. I don't know what causes it. I don't know if it's because there's something wrong in my head. I don't know if it's from the concussion I suffered last year. I don't know if it's because I have the worst diet known to man. I don't know what's going on, but something's messing my brain up real bad. And I'm just going with it. What else am I supposed to do? But yes, Lynx, so what did you used to watch? Well, that or I may watch the dub of Kantai Collection. Oh, I should watch that, Vanguard. I like a lot of their figures, actually. You first delved into the world of anime in 2018. Nice, Ryan. You're hoping to continue watching Kantai Collection and Strike/Brave Witches in full entirety. I need to watch Strike Witches. I own the DVDs. I need to watch. Or at least I own Season 1. I need to watch. Frozen Panzer X Genshin Impact. I got into watching anime this year. Oh, wow, Holy Night. Okay, so you're very new to anime then. I grew up on anime, so I used to watch Pokemon. My dad and I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing. What else did we watch? Sailor Moon. And then, like, once I was old enough to, I guess, watch anime on my own, I was watching Mew Mew Power, Do Re Mi, Yu-Gi-Oh! All of them. Bakugan. What else? But I watched a lot of cartoons in general. I never really noticed like that anime was something separate until way later. Once I started reading manga, I think was when I realized that anime was a different thing. Because I got into manga and I wasn't really into comics. I read some of the Sonic comics. And I have a lot of Sonic Universe, like physical copies, but I think that's it. I think. And then when I got older, like high school, I started reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which is a really fun comic. And demented. Very demented. But you first used Anime DAO, then it was shut down. You switched to Aniwave, and then that was shut down. I'm currently using Bootleg 9 Anime. Whatever works, Ryan. Yeah, Nokoten is your girl. Gotcha. That intro. Your patient is back, Dr. Consuming. Hello, patient Brandon. How are you? How are you feeling today? First we Genshin, then we Impact. Yes, Petunia. I used to remember get the news for seasonal anime in the past. Now I can't do that anymore. Yeah, I used to watch somebody who used to talk about new anime every season. They used to watch like everything, and they used to tell us like what was worth watching. And then I stopped doing that too. I don't know, it didn't seem worth it. Like I'd usually pick up like one anime from that, and then I just stopped. I don't know. I almost feel like there's too much, which I think is just because we have more access to it. I don't think it's actually that there's too much anime. I think it's just that now we know of more anime. But you used to remember, yeah, okay. Feels like consuming creepypasta with how she's looking into the camera. I'm sorry. I'm like looking over here to read, and then I look over here at the camera. I'm sorry if I look a little psycho. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? It's pretty difficult to get back my motivation to watch anime now. It'll come back, Ryan. I feel like you gotta not force it. Sometimes it takes a bit, and then it comes back. I go through waves. I've seen to go through waves of I get super into video games, and then I go into like cartoons, and then I go into anime. It just kind of switches up between those three. And then like also I would say like real life shows. And I don't mean real life shows. I just mean like there's people, like Law and Order and stuff like that. I used to be really into watching crime shows. And I get, you know what, I get the same way even like with watching people's live streams and stuff, or getting into like certain different, I don't know, things online. I switch fan bases very often. Like, not switching them, but like my focus goes from one thing to another, and then I get really obsessive about things. I don't know what that is. You remember there's a video of the full season 1 of Can Cole content collection on YouTube? Oh, okay, Vanguard. I'll have to check it out. If it's that easy. That might be another one to watch while doing cosplay. Digimon Dragon Ball Z Tenchi Muyo. Nope. Outlaw Star. Ha! I just started watching that last year because my cousin's boyfriend recommended it. Because I watched Trigun. Sailor Moon, just random episodes. Toonami. Yes, Toonami. Yep, that's how we were watching all that anime. You also watched Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. Interesting. The main character, Alya, has the same actress as Nona. Oh, cool. In high school, Adult Swim was the best times in my life. Early days of anime on Adult Swim from 2003 to 2006. Yes, I used to watch Toonami with my dad. That's how we always used to watch that. Once I was a little older, I started watching the Fox Box, which later became 4Kids. So that's how I watched a lot of my anime growing up. But other than that, I wasn't allowed to watch Adult Swim on my own. So I entered into the Girls in Panzer roleplay community on Instagram in late August 2021, shortly after publishing one of my movies. Very nice. I'm gonna post it on #anime in the Discord server. Holy cow, someone who also saw a Techni. Nice. Yeah, I don't know that you love Trigun. My all-time favorite anime. Oh, really? Like, have you seen my different Trigun figures? I have a couple. I could show you real quick because we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes to 11. You want to see them or have you seen them? You love Tenchi Muyo. What is that? Like, what kind of anime is that? I'm surprised I haven't heard of it if it's an older one. I don't know. My favorite old anime is definitely Escaflowne, but I didn't see that till I got back into anime. I gave up anime for a while. It wasn't until I moved into my first apartment with my husband, well, my boyfriend at the time, now husband, that I started getting back into anime, and that's when I got into Escaflowne, because it was on BitChute, which is an alt-tech video platform. People were posting that's where they posted Chibi Ugeki Hatsune Boy, which like nobody knows. I haven't found anyone who knows that. Yes, you want to see my Trigun figures? All right. First, we got this Vash, which is signed. My husband accidentally kind of made him fall off of the thing he was on, so he's got some busted parts. I repainted him too, because he was in really rough shape. I got him for a pretty good price. Obviously, that's a resin, that's not a figure. But I do have some figures over here. I got... Okay, cabinet, why aren't you opening? That's a problem. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Per usual, but not usually with this. There we go. Alright. Vash's glasses broke, so they're kind of coming off. But here's Vash. I love this figure. This is one of my favorite figures of all time. Sadly, my camera's not going to pick it up too well right now. But you got Vash here, and then I got Nick. Because they went together. His name's Nick, right? I always mix him up, and I think when I first started watching I called him Matt a lot. His name's Nick, right? It's Nick Wolfwood. Very good figures. They actually re-released them a year or two ago, but I have the originals. That's why my Vash's glasses are messed up, because they didn't hold up over time. 4Kids would try and censor the Girls in Panzer OVA because of characters wearing swimsuits. Dude, Petunia, I don't think Girls in Panzer would have made it at all because you got tanks. I don't think Girls in Panzer, like, I don't think the 4Kids would have allowed tanks. They didn't allow guns. They would have censored all the tanks out of it. It would have made no sense. You remember falling into Tenchi Muyo when you were a teen? It was mostly war on Gamenar and the ones that were on the Tenchi YouTube channel. Interesting. Techicina sick. You have a set sign by Johnny, aka Adam the Black Ranger. Nice. Only Trigun figure is a Funko Pops. You know what? Yes, Wolfwood. What did I say? What did I call him? I've read most of the manga too. I have the original manga, and then I haven't unboxed them, but I have old, like, what were they called? Trading figures that were kind of like the blind boxes back in the day, I guess, of a bunch of the Trigun figures. I have the box. It's really cool. Oh crap, 9 anime is down too. Oh no, really, Ryan? Shit. They're all going down. Something weird I noticed on anime is that Kate's swimsuit figure was censored, and I think it has to do with the fact that she's pulling her pants off. Oh yeah, it's censored on Solaris too, and that's why. Yeah, it's because she's it's the one with her kebab in her mouth. It's a garage kit actually, and you can buy that one. I bought it off of Volks directly because they had re-released it a year or two ago. They re-released. And it was cheaper that way because some people sell that one for a lot of money. And the reason is there's no what's that called? There's no, I'm gonna say bootlegs. That's not what recasts. That's what they're called in the Garage Kid community. They're called recasts. So there's recasts of every Girls in Panzer girl in that line except for Darjeeling and Kay. So I only know because I was interested in that line. I think I have everybody in that line at this point. Some of them are recast, some of them are original. I'm not opposed to recasts, so. Go to sleep. Yeah, it is time to go to sleep. Drink your warm hot chocolate with warm milk mixed in. Ew. Never mind, it works now. Hey, good. I'm glad it works, Ryan. I'll send you the intro in Discord. Alright, yeah, definitely do so. Definitely do so. You're feeling fine. All your ailments are fine, doctor. I've been watching anime since I was a kid. Pokemon Kirby right back at you. I remember that on 4Kids too. Girls in Panzer, Yumirio Patisserie. I do not know that one. 1988 City Hunter. My voice is starting to go. You hear that? One of these Tuesdays when my daughters are, or one of these other days when my daughters are at a sleepover, I will sing for you guys. I was not willing to do it tonight. My allergies are kicking my butt. My allergies have been kicking my butt for months. And I was so glad I was listening to someone else's live stream while I was, like, doing household chores, because that's the only time I get to, like, listen or do anything on YouTube where I'm not replying to people, is when I'm literally cleaning the house and such. And they were saying, they're from Ohio, and they're saying that they've had allergies for months, too. So I'm like, okay, good. It's not just me. And same with coworkers. They were saying that they've been, like, popping, like, allergy meds every morning, like they're freaking vitamins. But, this is all stuff you've seen or are still watching. Nice, Brandon. Well, I'm glad that you are doing well. My patient. And, also, very cool. But yes, it is 11:03. We are going to end the stream. I will be back at some point. Tomorrow is technically the scheduled day to do something. I don't remember what my schedule is, because, again, I'm kind of off of my schedule for the rest of this month, so it'll be streaming whenever I can. I do need to get some artwork done, not only for Vanguard, but also for my coworker's wife. So I was gonna get that done this weekend, and it didn't happen. So that's what I will be working on. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you all next time, whenever that shall be. We'll see when I get the next video up as well. I'm excited to get that video up because, yeah, you know. It's due. It's so well overdue. It was weeks ago when I recorded that. It needs to get up. Good night and goodbye, everyone. Yes, goodbye, everyone. It's fun being here. I'm glad you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.